Hey everybody, welcome back to pixelhangover.com. We got some more Forza Horizon action for you today. We're going to focus this video on the online mode, but in the playground. So in the playground, there's three different types of game types that they have, and they're all very cool. They're all fun. They're all different. And so we're going to cycle through all three, kind of rotate all three as you play online. The first one we're going to do is cat and mouse. If you're an old school PGR 2 fan, I believe that's where it started. I remember playing cat and mouse during PGR2, but it was something that the fans created and made up. There was not an actual game type. So the point of it is, and you can see the icons there, is you have three cats that are in faster cars and one mouse that's in a slower car. It's usually a tougher car. In this case, I'm going to be driving the Jaguar E-Type. And the point is for all, and I'm going to be the mouse for my team, the point is for my cats to not only protect me and sometimes push me to get me going, but the end goal is to be the first mouse across the finish line. It doesn't matter if all your cats pass the finish line. You got to get your mouse across the finish line. So I would say that there's a few things in this particular game that happened which aren't ideal. There was a lot of lag, and you're going to see that, and that's not normal, so we're going to try to ignore that and just focus on the concept of the game. There are a few people that get it, and there's a lot of people that don't. See, I got pushed there by, I think, my own team. So that's good. So I don't think that they were the enemies were as aggressive as they needed to be. And see how I don't think that they fully get the concept, but some do. So I got out to a pretty. No, let's see that. It looks like the other mouse is up there. I think right there he was, right there. So my guy was giving that guy some trouble trying to move forward. So I actually win this race pretty easily, but look at that lag. That's crazy. So that's the first time I'd seen that kind of lag in Forza Horizon Online. So that was kind of caught me off guard, but I just kept going, kept pushing forward. I did play this mode a couple more times, and I didn't see lag. I just didn't happen to have the record button hit. So so at top left there it says you are the blue mouse, and it basically they got it. See, some of these guys do get it, but towards the end they kind of just ran past me, and I don't know. But it has always been a mode that, like I said, we kind of made up as a community, because it was, I don't know who came up with it. Obviously, it just kind of made its rounds. But I remember first playing it in PGR2. They had a Moscow track, and from Moscow, Russia, and I don't know, there was just something really awesome about trying to get that, big beat up or slow car. We used to do an SUV on one of them, but which was kind of tough because like the Ferraris and stuff couldn't even hardly move it. And that's kind of the case here. I mean, look how easy that was to get across. But maybe you get the idea. And it is a lot of fun if you have a full team working together against another team that's working together. So maybe because I've played a lot of it, I had a little advantage there. I kind of knew how to handle it. And towards the end there, you saw me actually slam on my brakes, let one of the faster cars that I knew was coming up on me just go right by me, and that kind of sealed the deal in the end. So fun game mode. So that's the first one, called cat and mouse. We're gonna run through the other two here. I'm just showing you what happens when you win that mode. You get a lot of XP, and so I got a couple of rewards there. Every time you level up, you get either cash or new money. So as per usual, when you have online voting in racing games, people want to go fast, so they're picking the A here, which is fine. Does not really affect the game mode. In this case, it's called King. So we are going to give this one a shot. So right here, I don't have a lot of cars unlocked that are able to be used, but if you saw the first second, you could pick, if you're in a car club, which I am. It wasn't at the time of this video, but if you're in a car club, when you're online, you can access your car club's garage. Very similar to Forza 4, but if you're not familiar with the concept, whoever is in the club, so you basically form a clan, club, whatever you want to call it, and you can share cars that can go in the club. That doesn't mean that you lose your ability to use them. It's just saying, hey, I have this car, I've tuned it, or I've upgraded it, I've painted, I've done whatever. Maybe you other members haven't paid to have that vehicle. I'm going to throw it in the club garage. And so when you're online, you can access that at the beginning of any race, and you can race any car you want that's in that garage that your other club members have shared. I think it's a really cool concept, and I could have selected one of those if I had been in a club at this time. You can't join a club until you're, a little ways into the campaign or single player, not too far, but they kind of force you to go through some races and level up a little bit. I think you need your first wristband, and you'd understand that if you're playing through the campaign there. All right, so this mode is actually kind of similar to the third one, I believe. This is King. So you want to try to get, look at that move. So I cut him off right at the beginning to be King. And so it's basically this, okay, so this mode is you try to be King for a certain amount of time, and whoever is wins. I tried to get fancy there and slam on my brakes. Didn't work. So as you can see in the top right, I was King for 9 seconds. I need to try to get that back. That guy slipped out there. Good move by him. And so yeah, the counters on the top right there, it's cumulative. You don't lose any of the time if you get hit again. But I'm trying to think of other game modes. I've seen this in other games. Midtown Madness. This mode really reminds me of a great old school game called Midtown Madness. There was actually one on the Xbox. And it was just all about these fun driving around crazy modes. And I definitely get the vibe again out of this. So you got your map at the bottom there. You kind of got to keep an eye on things. I just missed him here. That would have been a nice pull, although I kind of lose control here. They do restrict our area. You can see that at the bottom. We only have so far to go, and but it's another one of those fun game modes if you don't want to deal with online. There's a lot of you that got him, and I don't think it lasts long because I got flipped around, and look at that, gave it right back to him. But there's a lot of people out there that don't really like the competitive online racing because they might never come in first. I'd say that that's not really a problem in this game, similar to what it was back in PGR 2 days, because you still get level up. You can come in last, and it's all about your style. It's all about how you drive, and you can still level up. And there's no, if you don't come in for 1, 2, or 3, there's definitely still rewards for even coming in 8th. But maybe you don't like the fact that people run into you on purpose during races. Well, get your aggressions out, go over to the playground and start smacking people. That's, it's encouraged. It's the point of the game. That guy went straight up in the air. Watch this. Like, boom. So once in a while, the goofy physics are pretty fun. I remember that same thing kind of happened when we played old school PGR and so forth, where you slam someone into the wall and they go 500 feet in the air. That's just about fun. You can see a little bit of goofy leg, and that blue car in front of me was kind of sinking down into the road. And there we go. So he, whoever that was in the top there, really held on to it. It looks like he went for 1 minute 13 seconds. I don't understand. I think perhaps maybe there's it's a total of so many minutes, and whenever we get to that point with everybody in the game, no matter I had 14 of the seconds. I don't know if that's how it ends, but that's kind of how that's the vibe I'm getting. All right, so that was number 2. That was called King, and then we got one more game type here that's in this, and it's one that I think is required in every game mode now. So some kind of hint, some kind of zombies have to be in every single game. So this one is called Infected. Not really a zombie, but you can see the icon on the bottom right there. That kind of a zombie-ish icon. So it's exactly what you think. You start out, someone starts out as a zombie. In this game, I actually start out as a zombie, and it's up to you to start, hitting people to try to turn them infection. My only problem with this so far is when they make you zombie at the beginning, you have no chance of winning. I don't understand that. So I mean, because at the end of the day, I come in 8th because the whole ranking system is based on how long you survived before you became a zombie. Well, I didn't have a chance, so But you're playing this for fun. You still get level XP, and that's really the point. So we'll get a good look at what it's like to start out as infected, which I thought was pretty cool for the purposes of the video. I already got mud all over my vehicle there. Or maybe that was just reflection. I don't know. It's early. So there we are. I knew right away. Okay, well, I'm going to be the only infected one there. So let me see what I can do. So it's usually this wide open. I think this was a good thing to show off this wide open area. You're not really restricted by too many roads, which is cool. I mean, totally different content. This guy doesn't even see it coming, and he's infected. You see the top right there. Got him. He had no chance. So now he and I will work together to infect the rest of the cars in this room, or in this game. This guy doesn't see me. Doesn't see me. Oh, what a move! That's what happens when you hit a barn. Oh, this is super good. Sometimes grass isn't great with these faster cars, but you gotta slow down and let it take grip. Yeah, that's not how that works. You're not supposed to run into your own zombie. We got some prey up here. Watch out. You cannot go through, in this case, in this map, you have to avoid those cement fence posts. Yeah, that guy's got toast. See, I think that they can only see his gamer tags. I don't know if they see you on the map. The way that these guys were behaving, I don't think they really saw me. But yeah, I'm looking at that gray dots down there and trying to hit things up. Oh. So, it's a fun game type, you know. This, again, it is called Playground for a reason. These are not serious races, but it's a way of leveling up and getting XP and still having fun. I'd imagine with a group of friends that all know each other, this would be a really fun game. Game mode, I should say. Let's see if I can get this guy. Oh no, that was not well done. See, there's only one guy left now. Everybody else now is infected, so the virus has spread. And this dude keeps going. I like it. And I also like that in a lot of times in these games, if you're the last one to get, you know, touched or infected or whatever they want to call it in whatever game, you know, there's a lot of game modes like this I've seen in racing games. Normally it just cuts it off and says, oh, you're the winner. This one lets it basically play out. It says, you know, well, I mean, if you want this game to end, you know, infected, you need to go catch this guy. So we're going to see how long he can go before you guys... There we go. We finally get him. So right there comes in 8th place. I come in 8th place because I was the first one infected, but that's okay. It was fun. And so that's our look at the 3 different game modes in the Playground playlist when you go online in Forza Horizon. And it's a lot of fun. The whole game itself is really slick, well polished, and it's got a lot to it. So we thought this was fun enough to throw up a video, and hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and subscribe. We got a lot more on the way. A lot of games coming up the next few weeks, and we plan on having videos of all of them. So stick it with